The 2026 World Cup was unlike any previous edition. It was a tournament full of shocking upsets, unexpected results, and underdog teams that amazed the entire world. We witnessed football giants fall, smaller nations make history, and unforgettable moments that will be remembered for years to come. But among everything that happened, what was the biggest surprise of the tournament? In this video, we'll count down the top 5 biggest surprises of the 2026 World Cup. We'll start at number 5, and with each step up the list, the shock gets even bigger until we reach the one surprise that nobody could have imagined. So let's get started and see what takes the 5th spot. At number 5, one of the biggest surprises of the 2026 World Cup was the dominance of the African teams in the group stage. For the first time in World Cup history, 9 out of 10 African teams advanced to the knockout stage, an unprecedented achievement that proved African football has become a true force on the global stage. Morocco finished level on points in their group after an impressive draw against Brazil, followed by victories over Scotland and Haiti. Egypt secured second place in a tough group after drawing with Belgium, defeating New Zealand and earning another draw against Iran to qualify on merit. Algeria claimed a knockout spot with a win over Jordan and a draw against Austria. Despite losing to Argentina, they collected enough points to advance. Senegal, Ghana, Côte d'Ivoire, South Africa, and Cape Verde all successfully progressed from the group stage, joined by DR Congo, who sealed qualification with a crucial victory over Uzbekistan. The only African team eliminated in the group stage was Tunisia. It was an achievement that confirmed Africa's no longer just a continent participating in the World Cup. It has become one of the tournament's strongest footballing regions. That's why this remarkable accomplishment earns the number 5 spot among the biggest surprises of the 2026 World Cup. At number 4, Morocco versus the Netherlands. It was a match that nobody expected to end the way it did. The Netherlands entered the tournament as one of the strongest teams, while Morocco came determined to prove that the incredible 2022 World Cup run was no fluke. From the opening whistle, the game was wide open, with both sides searching for the breakthrough. The first half ended goalless, but early in the second half, Cody Gakpo gave the Netherlands the lead, and it looked like the Dutch were on their way to securing qualification. Morocco kept pushing until the very last moments. Then, in the 99th minute of stoppage time, Issa Diop rose highest to meet a cross and headed home the dramatic equalizer, sending the Moroccan fans into wild celebration and forcing the match into extra time. Neither side could find a winner in the extra 30 minutes, so the game was decided on penalties. And once again, Yassine Bounou delivered when his country needed him most. Morocco's goalkeeper made a crucial save before Ismail Saibari calmly converted the winning penalty, sealing a 3-2 shootout victory and sending Morocco into the round of 16 in unforgettable fashion. Morocco didn't just eliminate one of Europe's football giants, they reinforced what they achieved in 2022 and proved once again that the Atlas Lions are now among the world's elite. That's why Morocco versus the Netherlands earns the number 4 spot among the biggest surprises of the 2026 World Cup. At number 3, the shock that stunned the entire football world. Norway versus Brazil. Before kickoff, every prediction favored Brazil. With a squad full of superstars, Brazil was considered one of the favorites to lift the trophy, while Norway arrived with nothing to lose and everything to dream about. Brazil dominated the opening stages and earned a penalty in the first half, but goalkeeper Orion Neeland produced a brilliant save to deny Bruno Guimaraes, keeping the score level and giving Norway a huge psychological boost. Brazil continued to control possession and create chances, while Alisson had very little to do. But despite their dominance, the Brazilians couldn't find the breakthrough, and Norway patiently waited for the perfect opportunity. Then came the 79th minute. Andreas Schjelderup delivered a pinpoint cross, and Erling Haaland powered home a superb header to give Norway a stunning 1-0 lead. Brazil threw everyone forward in search of an equalizer, but they were punished again in the 90th minute. Schjelderup won the ball, found Haaland once more, and the Norwegian striker calmly scored his second goal of the night, completing one of the tournament's greatest upsets. Deep into stoppage time, Brazil received a second penalty. Neymar converted to make it 2-1, but there was no time left for a comeback. The final whistle confirmed a historic Norwegian victory. By defeating the 5-time world champions, Norway reached the World Cup quarterfinals for the first time in its history, making this incredible result worthy of the number 3 spot among the biggest surprises of the 2026 World Cup. Before the tournament, almost nobody believed a nation with fewer than 600,000 people could accomplish what Cape Verde did. Most fans expected them to be eliminated in the group stage, but Cape Verde shattered every expectation. Drawn into a difficult group alongside Spain, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay, they began with an impressive draw against Spain, where goalkeeper Vozinha delivered a sensational performance, making incredible saves and frustrating Spain's attacking stars. They followed that with another draw against Uruguay before defeating Saudi Arabia in their final group match. With 5 points, Cape Verde qualified for the round of 32 in their very first World Cup appearance. But the real shock came against Argentina. Everyone expected Lionel Messi and his teammates to cruise through. Instead, Cape Verde refused to play the role of underdogs. Argentina opened the scoring, but Cape Verde fought back to equalize. Every time Argentina regained the lead, Cape Verde answered once again, forcing the match into extra time and leaving the entire football world in disbelief. Throughout the match, Vozinha produced one of the finest goalkeeping performances of the tournament. He made 8 saves, including several spectacular stops to deny Lionel Messi, keeping Cape Verde alive until the very last minute. In the end, Argentina narrowly escaped with a 3-2 victory, thanks to an own goal in extra time. But despite the defeat, Cape Verde won the respect of the entire football world. A nation that few people gave any chance of success reached the knockout stage, pushed the defending champions to the limit, and wrote one of the greatest underdog stories of the 2026 World Cup. That's why Cape Verde deserves the number 2 spot among the biggest surprises of the tournament. And finally, number 1. Paraguay knocks out Germany. Before the match, almost nobody imagined that a team of Germany's stature, a 4-time World Cup champion, would be eliminated in the round of 32. Every prediction favored the German giants, but Paraguay had other plans. Germany dominated from the opening whistle, controlling possession and creating chance after chance. However, Paraguay's defense stood firm, and goalkeeper Orlando Gil delivered the performance of his career, making several outstanding saves to keep his side in the game. Then, in the 31st minute, came the first shock. Matias Galaza whipped in a perfect cross, and Julio Enciso met it with a brilliant header that found the back of the net, giving Paraguay a stunning 1-0 lead and leaving everyone in disbelief. Germany refused to give up. Early in the second half, they increased the pressure, and Kai Havertz found the equalizer to bring the match back to life. Both teams continued to attack, with Germany looking the more likely side to find a winner. They even thought they had scored a dramatic goal in stoppage time. But after a VAR review, the goal was ruled out for a foul on the Paraguayan goalkeeper, sending the match to a penalty shootout. That's when the true hero of the night emerged, Orlando Gil. The Paraguayan goalkeeper saved 2 penalties, while his teammates confidently converted their spot kicks to secure a 4-3 shootout victory and send Paraguay into the quarterfinals in one of the greatest upsets in World Cup history. Very few people believed Paraguay could make it this far, yet they eliminated a 4-time world champion and wrote a new chapter in the country's football history. For that reason, Paraguay's victory over Germany deserves the number 1 spot among the biggest surprises of the 2026 World Cup. And those were the top 5 biggest surprises of the 2026 World Cup, a tournament that proved a team's name and history are no longer enough to guarantee success. We saw underdogs make history, football giants fall before the eyes of the world, and unforgettable moments that will live forever in the hearts of football fans. Now it's your turn. What was your biggest surprise of the 2026 World Cup? Do you agree with our ranking, or do you think another upset deserved the number 1 spot? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.